Hello there. Today I'm doing a video talking about Skrillex's mix, and ISOXO's mix, and his audio engineer's mix in Skrillex and ISOXO's track Anybody. And I'm also going to be talking about how you can improve your mixes if you've got a few problems with it. So we're going to start off with the mix here. I'm going to show you, I'm going to solo anything at 50 hertz. Going to Ozone Imager. Now, this is a prime example of what not to do when it comes to your sub. Instead, it should be mono. Mono all the way. There you go. That's all you need to do. This is Skrillex's track. Now, I was quite surprised when I found this out. I was like, what? But there you go. That's all you need to do for that one. Just make sure your bass is mono. I'm quite surprised. I know some people have a stereo bass, but usually they don't even have it like that, do they? They have it like they'll get I'll just quickly make a side chain multi-band rack. They might have, of course they do it on like separate instruments and stuff, but like, there you go. They do something like this and this and this for a stereo bass. But yeah, just keep your bass mono. Moral of the story. Second of all, look at all this low end rumble going on. What is all of this? I mean, look, 8 hertz, negative 51. 42. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some stuff on that in a sec. Next, we're gonna look at his peaks. Sorry, his peaks. Oh god, hold on. No, that's not fair. There we go, yeah. They're at 0 decibels. That's all fine. Well, actually it's not. You want to have it at -1, because then you can convert to MP3 and lossy file types, and it won't get distorted, because if you have it at 0, then you'll get intersample peaks, which are pretty bad and pretty annoying. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say for that. Moving on to the true peak. This really shocked me. I mean, just look. It's meant to be... Cool, blimey. It still shocks me now. 2.11 is crazy. It's meant to be under 0. And if it was done right, if the true peak was under 0 decibels, true peak, then this limiter will not trigger. So we got everything else off. This is a non-pirated wave off Beatport. Like, what? Even with like a few things on, I suppose you can get it a bit lower, but that's still not. That's not good at all. You want to have your true peak at around -1, really. So you'd do that, and then you'd have your ceiling at -1. So if you look at on here, sitting just around there, and you've got a lot of room for conversion. Turning all of this back on, that's about it, to be honest. And now I'm going to show you how you can fix things like that. This has got to be intentional, though. I mean, I don't know how, but yeah, there you go. I found that quite surprising. So now we're going to talk about how you can fix all of this. First of all, we've already done bass mono. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put the links in the description for the plugins I use on this. From now on, from this point, links in the description. TDR infrasonic. So, just around here, you can cut out all of the low end rumble. So this is where it is now, and that's where it was before. So it's a lot better. I recommend turning on dynamic bump, because then you can if it does get a bit quieter, it gets boosted back up to where it was in the bits you've said, yeah, this can play. TDR ultrasonic as well. I do love Tokyo Dawn Labs plugins. You know, they do different things, but like, I haven't tried that, and I'm not going to. But there you go. There's that. That's about all, really. Oh yeah, and then a limiter, of course. So I'm going to show you how you can get your true peak in that sounding good. So just get up a peak limiter and this TDR limiter 6G. I'll put a link to that as well, and a free alternative if you want to be able to have session recall. We'll just turn that off. Actually, no, we won't. There we go. So sitting around -5, you can do PCM, but I really don't recommend it, because look, it does get a bit louder, but look at these peaks. You're going to be cooked when you convert that to MP3. So yeah, keep it on true peak. And you can do a turn, you can like go really loud. This is really, I really do not recommend this, but just look. It just goes louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. It's really like -3. I do not recommend doing that. But just as like an example, you know, how good the limiter is. So -5, I'd keep it at. One thing you can do is get a clipper, and you can see before and after these little things come up here, and you can literally just chop a bit of them off with each and every one to make it a bit more smooth. So this one is a bit more crazy, so you can do that. Just like slowly. Because when you compare it to when it's off. Don't do that, actually. I take that back. I'm messing around. I like experimenting on while I'm doing this. It's fun, you know. But yeah, back to this. Have a bit of that for like minimal distortion. Honestly though, -7, -6 LUFS, that's all fine. You don't have to be pushing your tracks to like -4. Although I do, I don't force it to be there. And you can, even -8. -8 is really, it's alright. You go like, there you go. Look ahead as well. But that's -8, yeah. I'll bring that back up, because it's not that sort of song. Yeah, definitely do that. That's all I really have to talk about today. I'm trying to think anything else. Not really. This wasn't meant to be like an extremely long video. Like I said, I was just quite shocked. And I love this song. I played it at a gig. I love it. It's a great track. It's great. But that's all I'm gonna say. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you go on to have a good day or night. And bye bye.